Shaddy B. I'm here with Mr. Sponge. My name's Machine, and we have got Intel Extreme Masters and the very last day of play here at the play-in. We're looking to secure the last 4 spots available at the group stage of IEM Cologne, and it's Liquid and 9 up for debate first. We've got another game going on. Mongols, of course, taking on who? I was just watching that game. Furia. That's right. Thank you very much. But that's, of course, going on the second stream. Join Bardoff and Hawker for that one. We're bringing you the action. It is 9's pick. The desk has set the scene. Let's see if they can start with a bang, as those dual Berettas do nothing. Rainwaker shrugs his shoulders and, oh my god, Yakinda, this is what he's been waiting for. There is still a fight to be had. One through CT with already the rotation of Kyler. This is a gap he has to acknowledge, and he's checking it. He's checking it. Oh, Yakinda down. Nice one back. Hades down and out. It's a big pistol out of Rainwaker here. mynio and Kyler, they're in the right spot. And wow, very well placed bullets in the smoke. Patsy's lucky to get away. Naf as well on 6 HP. But yeah.
Have to address this post plant here. Rainwaker is in one of the most powerful positions in a post plant, especially on a pistol. The fact that he can just tuck into all sandbags and activate wherever he'd like. This is not a round I think 9 will be winning.
Should be no way into this one, you're right. Yeah, essentially the rest of the players can just watch, wait. I think Kyler spotted out a tip of the head, but that's not going to be anything to be celebrated. Sure, OC's down, but the clock has tuck. That's the past tense of ticked. And we will be seeing it go all the way down to a one-on-one Liquid. They're happy to be leaving with the round, despite mynio leaving with 3 frags and his USP.
If he had Kevlar left over, it'd actually be great, right? He could just buy into a Famous, even have some utility behind it for a 4-spy right here. It'd be interesting to see how 9 bounce into things after losing yet another pistol. Now, if you missed Ancient, we were talking about the fact that they were doing a decent job, but without the pistols, doing the hard work in the gun rounds, even won an eco or a lighter investment. So, yeah, another great start here from Liquid out the gates. They will have to deal with this purchase of 9 into the next round of play. And I did say there could be a Famous in the mix, and there is. K's been the man gifted that.
Oh, it's quite rare you see something so direct towards B round 2.
I do think it's interesting that Liquid have opted to start on the T side here and gift 9 the CT start on their home territory, right? The pressure is on them at this moment. They are down a map, it's their home choice, and now they have to start on the better side where they'd probably hope to bring things home.
Kyler staring towards this smoke and at his mini-map.
If you look at the utility available for Liquid here, they could do a B pop, but that means that they will have to send Kyler and Goofy packing. So if there is an exchange, they make the kills or do enough damage that these two drop right back, because otherwise they might be in for a world of hurt here, Liquid.
That's what he was waiting for. Well done. Bait switch. Goofy good. An advantage perhaps for 9.
It's rushed here. Look at Liquid. They're still trying to rush into this execute. They're setting up now. They're going to be going into the stack.
Yeah, this is already looking a little bit sketchy. mynio setting himself up for success and extinguishing a retreat as they do cross through. First contact, Kyler. Still racking up the frags. Huge from Kyler and K. Naf's AK. Only the 1. It's still K. Double. 3-on-1, Yakinda wondering where it all went wrong in a fumble here from Liquid. You win the pistol all the way down to the wire, but running into this B site, and it seems like 9 just thriving in this environment. A slither gap held by K, looking for his 3rd here in this second round, and he'll take it. Brilliant scenes and a brilliant start for 9. You couldn't have asked for a better start. You lose the pistol, sure, but you take everyone down and do the same, winning the second.
You're denying the plant as well there, and you could see. So as soon as Liquid see one player, they trade out. They think it's only one other player on the B site. But 9 already have multiple bodies lying in wait, and even though we see the site get set ablaze, there's no real issues for 9. And Rainwaker, a little bit disappointed with how that one unfolded, and they will have to try and force buy back on their own.
Oof.
But look at this force buy from Liquid. They quite truly just have 1 smoke in the mix.
Yeah, in-game leaders and scouts. An iconic combination, it seems. Yakinda whips one out and tags up Hades.
Perfect.
OC set up for success. Finishes off with the body shot. Long-range M4, good for mynio. Onto ramp and racks up the double. Now K still looking for trouble. OC's no slouch on that scope. Watch out. Exposed.
Patsy!
Patsy? Sir, excuse me. He's alive somehow.
Grey screen situation right there as mynio. We'll find him with the nade. A great one here from the in-game leader of 9.
Not much more fun to be had. 1 versus 4. Good stabilization after you see that first frag. You know, you can see things snowball out of control, but 9, they keep a lid on it. And that scout is in its 3rd pair of hands.
How much damage can he find here? Mynio and K are both very low. And, well, look at Kyler. A good understanding of the situation here. Hard clear for Rainwaker as he does go the long way round. So timing in Counter-Strike can be a cruel mistress. He's going to backpedal into this Deagle, but yeah, look, it's on his side yet again. Just like on the pistol. You know, he's getting a bullet right in the face here, Kinder, on that dirty lurk.
Yeah, those two very important frags he's come out on the better side of. But yeah, this is the reason things didn't snowball out of control. mynio doing a great job. Actually finding another multi-kill round.
I'm going to go to a Liquid body language check here, directly from above. You can't hide anything from us up here, guys.
You know, I've noticed a lot of the pros with this view are actually still buying with the wheel. I thought all the pros were doing the whole keyboard numpad jibbly-wibbly, but that seems more of like a thing of the past, more of the veterans of yesteryear.
I wonder if it'll change in CS2 with the new buy menu, right?
Yeah.
But yes, everybody has their own way of getting it done. As pure carnage here. Nice quick one. Not too many issues whatsoever. One casualty for that of 9, and just your Kinder to find right now with this P250 in his hands. Watching for that A bridge cross, and again, timing. Just as the player rounds the corner, he backs off and sets his sights on this bomb. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
I got you, man. 8, 7, 6,
51.
5, 4, 1.
And there it is. Okay. Thank you very much, Kinder. Now we can get back into the gun rounds here. And, well, Liquid, you opted to start here on the T side. Let's find out why.
Oh, especially the good vibe tribe really disrupted early, because you've gone for that audacious pick. You say, all right, we're going to give them their comfort zone.
We're going to set the tempo.
We'll set the tempo. We win the pistol, and now very quickly you're like, oh no, now 9 have got everything they want on their map and on their side.
Imagine you're on their map, you've already won the first of the series, you win the pistol, you win the conversion, you win the first gun round. They might start worrying.
Crumbling. And now it's up for Liquid to kind of get that pressure back into their grasp, or rather to be applying that pressure here to 9.
You can see 9 opening up here over towards A by blocking down with the deep yellow smoke, and then having a boost, one player towards Sandbag. So you can see how they can play off of each other. This is going to be... we're starting to call that Xbox, because you got Sandbag, and then you've got the ramp Sandbag, and you might need a different name for it. So one way deployed yet again. And you saw Liquid go for a standard gap and then a progression smoke onto ramp. We might see them in future rounds start doing the smoke that lands under the boards, which will not work in CS2.
No, sir.
Volumetric smokes.
But it does feel like CS2 is going to have a different fight dynamic.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And look at this, well layered here.
I mean, you're already seeing evidence of them being Vertigo geeks, right?
Yeah, because all of this is just a stall-out tactic. And if that molly lands and you hear them run down the ramp, sound cues, maybe it'll lick a player, do a little bit of damage, great. So smoke delay, now molly delay, and it is mynio again. So he's been over towards Sandbag, back around, and now aggressive short.
Yeah, super interesting setup. You'd think mynio is going to be susceptible to being potentially isolated, but they've obviously crossed their T's, dotted their I's. They know this is the setup for them.
Gonna call this clear. Oh, spotted.
Look at that shot. Patsy calls for the boost, and your Kinder pulling out nades.
That should be round over, really.
You'd think so. I mean, Naf is going to go for a walk through mid. Goofy on the jiggle should be spotted out.
Another heavy rotating B. Look at this.
Nice opportunity for Naf. The molly might delay the rotations. It leaves Rainwaker into the site and takes one down. Needed to see the trade. OC gets it done, but they're in. Chasing him down. They will disrupt the plant. And yeah, okay. He's done enough for them. With 5 seconds left, Naf can do nothing but just preserve what he brought into the round.
Yeah, great understanding of Naf's position there. Knew that they could isolate that 1v1 on the site, and now starting to make a little bit of noise here. You want to see the poles unleashed. I think he was happy.
Yeah.
Super info plays.
Super. Wow, I didn't know you did speak Polish.
It's crazy how much I can pick up.
It's incredible.
But we'll see Naf with that retained AK-47. The rest for some lighter investments, considering the affairs of the money. Next round, 3,400 into the bank balance with the max loss bonus, so we will be seeing a purchase. And well, heavy steps over towards A here.
Let's see how they handle it, right? We've been talking about and singing the praises of the 9 Vertigo ramp hold. This is their reaction to what's likely going to be something quite quick and poppy.
You see how worried they are about progression down yellow.
Well, you're hearing the AK, right? But you don't have confirmation of more. Hey, hearing that flash, and Tech 9 now aware that there is a few more bodies behind those smokes, and he will elope. No need to give a life and a weapon away willy-nilly.
Good amount of information here as well for 9. Kyler's quite aggressive B, Goofy on the jiggles on mid, so if he gets under pressure, he can call for help. Both of these playing for information on the more isolated positions here. One way to work with here from Kyler, and so much nade damage. You might be able to farm up a few. Oh, they're past now. We'll have to respect that. But you can see how this works. Kyler takes info, Goofy comes over to help, and then K can drop back and cover mid. You can see how this overlaps. Right. You always want to make sure that you're tethered in some way, or if you're going to give up that space, there's an aggressive reaction available here. But more stall-out utility, and that is apparently a key for 9 in the early stages of this map.
You'd think you're getting it. 9 wouldn't have done that, that's what I'll say.
I watched that happen live from the POV.
And so, Kyler, he's been holding B comfortably and continues to do so. Mo's down 2. Naf responds in kind now with the saved AK in action, filling the feed. They will get the bomb plant. Is there anything more that they can do? It really would have to hinge on Naf and some sharp shooting. mynio beats him to the punch. A 9th frag. 9-1 right now. mynio has got something to prove. He's on the warpath. OC covered M4, an interesting angle. Susceptible to multiple fronts. mynio's doing it all for the boys. Double digits right now for the poll. And Yakinda, perhaps more to be said. They're already on the defuse. A 5th secure and a threatening one from Liquid, thanks to Naf.
I think a key detail there that might go overlooked is the fact Naf saving a gun in the previous, right? If he did not get those kills and get the bomb down, his buy would have been a whole lot rougher.
Touché.
So the fact that they get away with that, it means that there should be a full buy across the board for Liquid here. They'll be at full strength going into the next round of play. And they've shown that they can get into these sites. They just need to be able to convert these late rounds. And with maybe better weapons, more armor, and more util, that's exactly how this could be going down as Team Liquid, as we mentioned earlier, the birthday boy, Mr. Daps, the big 3-0, happy birthday, will be calling attack. Yeah,
he's just like, yeah, lad. So it says actually, Naf, you just have to not make noise. Yeah, no, yeah, if you don't have to crouch. You don't have to crouch. It shouldn't make a sound, and you should get the angle straight away. But it didn't. It really cost them too much. Naf still gets up, still gets the frags, but they don't leave with the round. Just trying to screw their heads on tight for this one. We are going to be seeing a change-up, I would assume.
I've got another little fun tidbit here. Now, I heard, as I was down there having a bit of a chit-chat with Liquid before we got underway, I heard Mr. Roberto from Miami.
Yeah.
He's promised 50 kills over 2 maps. So I think he's on a good track. I think map number 1 was quite favorable for him.
Okay, he's just making it harder for himself in these opening rounds.
I guess if we count maps 1 and 3, it could still count.
Yeah.
So he had 21 in map number 1.
Okay. Okay, he's on track.
Same defense here, right? It's the deep yellow smoke. We know how stifling this is to A progression. People can't use the Nafany and be cheeky up yellow early. They have to respect it as mynio. He really seems to have found himself the leader. Naf rips off the head, takes another duel. Information there, and no reaction for Liquid just yet.
I wonder if it's information both ways. It's not Yakinda, typically through mid. Is that an indicator as to what they are cooking up elsewhere? He's got the bomb on his back and he's with the pack. Advancing now up the ramp, smokes are still present. That one way, it's so hard to brave this fight, but Yakinda plays it nicely upon the fade. Draws.
Everybody's here, they're fully rotated.
A full rotation.
Yeah, but being quiet about it. 9 have made their way over with a saunter, not a sprint.
Okay, forward position, Patsy. Yet to frag, and it continues. Oh, and the nightmare. It really is brutal. Hey, Kyler, take them all. And take a bow. 1 left at the end of that one, but it was right down to the wire.
Oh, you can find your openings.
Just bang, bang, bang. Constant trades and exchanges.
Bit of Fight Club right there over towards that A-ramp position. Love the reaggress. And just silent assassins here creeping out, and then they pounce. The explosion in the face of Liquid. Yakinda low, Naf as well. See you later. And mynio likes that one, letting him know.
I just love that it's so obviously an involuntary reaction for mynio. He gives himself a round of applause.
Yeah.
Like that's when he's feeling it.
Hey, if you got the... Ooh, hold up.
Nope. Yep. This is a lot more controlled than typical, though. Look at this.
Yeah, it is trying to be quicker here, but they're still susceptible to the same play, and that nade won't land just yet.
Against Fnatic, only 3 CT rounds, so this is already a much better start. Tidied up some of the mistakes, perhaps, that they were succumbing to against Fnatic.
Maybe they need a bit more of a seesaw here, but Kyler looks aware that possibility as he redeploys yet another smoke to the top of the B stairs. So Rainwaker, even though he wants to get in, isn't working with an awful lot. Yakinda chipped even lower in this 4-on-4 mid-round situation, but it feels like 9 have all the advantages in this one.
Certainly does. Rainwaker is investigating ahead of the pack and playing upon the fade. Kyler, an
he's on an island.
Angle. Look at this angle, and it's not going to be pre-aimed. An expert, it seems, at this position, and OC does step up and deliver. Puts us into a 3v3. Yakinda has the info on the rotate from behind. They know the B stairs are going to be flanked quickly. I say that. mynio changes and redirects. Wrapping up through the ladder through mid.
Oh, he's on him.
And that leads to Yakinda's demise. He can't quite believe it. Naf realizing that might have very well been the
Oh, is he still worried about behind?
They are. mynio's decision-making here is leading to a very comfortable retake. It's a 1v3 essentially. OC 10 HP, and yep, just like that, 9, another 7 rounds. Cooking with gas right now. That's 7 on the trot.
mynio, the Vertigo maestro, apparently, just conducting his team up to this massive scoreline. Beautiful call.
And I loved it when I was talking to you. There will be 1B stairs. The math checks out. You got a 3-on-3. That's huge info that was misinfo thanks to mynio.
Yeah, he's doing an awful lot here across the map, isn't he? Well, out the gates yet again. Pressure towards B early. And Yakinda, he is looking a little bit angry with this one. Taking some liberties. Applying this pressure early with Rainwaker and OC along for the ride. That's a nice deep nade. They have established the early control here. So this is one of the keys. If you can't get A ramp control, you would love to get B lobby. Because if a team is using all their util and trying to block you towards A, you need some space. So they've at least been able to pick up the B stairs for now. But with the pressure applied over towards A, look at how deep you have K. So if there is an A play, this is a position where he's probably one and done, but it's super early info. It's the canary deep down in that coal mine. And he even has a player top of the ramp to bait for him here.
Wow, Patsy, so brazen about that one. He's whiffed the smoke.
Yeah, I think that was just to escape.
Well, yeah, it's going to serve that purpose. mynio spotted him out, but he'll be able to play around it, so not as vulnerable or susceptible to the hunt for the trade. Boost has to be perfect here, but yeah, perfect free aim. Goofy nearly 3. Yakinda left on 4 HP, and mynio likely to sweep this one under the rug despite Liquid having a man advantage. Barrel still gets the frag. Naf unable to find him without the casualty.
This is winnable for Hades. A 2-on-1 with Yakinda on 4 points of health. He doesn't have a kit, but I'm sure he can find one.
Flashing high, 18 seconds. He'd love to disrupt Yakinda. That's the bomb on the floor. Hades, huge frag. And it's Naf to come up. Clutch into Hades. And he sends 2 to the underworld. 8 on the board. They've won the half already.
It doesn't feel like they can put a foot wrong here. Some of these rounds are close. They're getting whittled down, sure. But just some of the decision-making and just how calm and poised they look in these situations. A 2-on-1. No problems for Hades there. Right now. You're in panic stations if you're Liquid, and that sound signifies yet another tactical timeout. Goofy bops Rainwaker, jumps up, OC the freebie, and look at this from Hades. Look, doesn't have a... Actually, that was Goofy and Hades who haven't done an awful lot in this game or haven't been called upon to do so, and the two combined essentially within their 8th round and secure the half. So it's great to see the resurgence of 9 here. Remember, I said there was a bit of groundswell around this team. Right? We talked about them in the major earlier in the year. The Polish Counter-Strike returning, a bit of excitement around some of the names. It's a good mix of Polish players. As it's subsided a little bit, and as I said, bubbling under the surface and taking a scalp like Liquid, even though it's early in the season and a new roster, it's the roster Liquid wanted. They chose to make this change, right? It wasn't like they had players taken away from them.
No, sir. Yeah, this is them pursuing the to break out of this kind of gatekeeper tag and be something more, be a contender once again. And Patsy most definitely has the capacity to be a contender and a superstar. Right now, I'm going to acquire Vertigo. Yakinda at the helm of this ship. Trying to steer them out of these stormy seas. 8 already under the belt of 9. And here in round 10, it looks like it could be more of the same. Look at that angle he found. Nice awareness from Patsy. He tagged him up, they heard it, and he can't believe he gets away from that. So many people throwing a bullet or 2 into the smoke, but Kay, he gets away, and he calls upon Hades for the reaggress. Patsy will punish. Okay, this looks like it's the hardest one so far for this win streak out of the polls. Patsy's blind off that. Checks in and wins his duel. Patsy coming alive now. Huge contributions. Rainwaker onto Goofy. Should facilitate a plant and maybe even round 2 for the Team Liquid T side.
Surely a save here, right? I mentioned they have been whittled down. This has to be that type of round where they hold on to their goods, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Maybe you hear that yell. That's not Liquid just yet. Sounds like that was from Fury up the other end of the hall.
Believe it or not, I think it might have been the Mongols.
Really?
Yeah, they've been making a lot of noise.
Okay, well.
It's not what you'd expect, but we'll find out. I'm tuning in to catch the action as it unfolds in the delay.
But yeah, finally, another round here for Liquid. Here it is. Oh, actually, we have it on the screen for everybody playing at home. There you go. So
yeah,
must be a Fury around.
Oh no, this is up to date.
Yeah, so they're going to win something here.
Yeah, Fury is a furious screen.
And if they win that next one, then they break the money of Mongols. So
yeah.
Keep your eyes on that.
Mongols a map up, by the way.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
one Inferno.
Yeah, that's worth noting. It has always been a map that they're very threatening on.
Something that was different on that round, by the way, Alex, was there was no early ramp smoke thrown from 9. They actually deployed it later. So you saw a yellow smoke get thrown late in the round, and they tried to one-way around that. And then when there was pressure, they lobbed out 2 more, but they didn't go with initial smokes deep. So that was a bit of a different look from their CT side. I didn't catch if it was missed or someone was meant to throw it, but I looked and I saw everybody still had their smokes and the round started. Traditionally, you're a rotator player throwing some variation of a ramp smoke.
Off the rip, yeah. Oof, well, they've had a timeout, and it's not the most beautiful complexion of investments.
But you can essentially stall Liquid out here again. So if you can win this round, deny the plant, rip everything away, don't let them save, be another hodgepodge looking purchase, Galil's, you know, players floating around with MAC-10s, lighter on the util. So 9, if they can just have one of those fantastic rounds where they look like they're controlling the entire pace of the game, they'll be back in the winning ways in no time. Flashes from Naf. This will facilitate the fight fast up the ramp here, and nobody peeking forward. It's the boost again.
You know how effective it was. Patsy died to it once. Will he go down again? Will he be cognizant of that?
Well, there's a big change. You mentioned Patsy coming alive 2-0 in the last 2 rounds. So if he can continue to find these openers and unleash Patsy, it's something exciting to behold. And there's that same Xbox redeploy smoke. And Patsy's actually going to jump up and be spotted again. Punish once more. Tried to use it against them. And that's the easiest kill Hades is going to find all round.
9 must be sick of these frags coming to so easy. I mean, that is lovely. Lulling your opponent into your own smoke, and it gets better for 9. Only 1. Make it 2 on the response from Liquid. They have to get this bomb, and Kyler is pushing. Kai will swing through, takes down Rainwaker, and Naf not long for this world as well. He has to go walkabout, but with this low HP, it's an impossible task. And I was sitting there worried about an MP9 and a FAMAS. You shouldn't be. 9's so comfortable around their utility, and losing Patsy in a very convincing way.
You could just see, I think Yanko mentioned this on the desk about the timings here, but their understanding of how they can reaggress silently onto the ramp and doing it together. It was something with Vertigo, not in the early days, but as the meta started to establish, where the CTs would kind of just stay in that short/gap area.
Forward, yeah.
And you get caught, but you need to make sure that you're in transition together, because those fights, a lot of them as you're coming out top ramp for CTs, like left eye peaks. So maybe you don't get the initial kill, but you need to trade. And if you get a good timing, because it's a deployment area. Once the Ts get that ramp control and they think they're comfortable, that's where they're pulling out their mollies, their smokes ready for site executes. And if you can catch them with good timings, you can win the rounds when they're not ready.
I didn't see that initially, but Hades, the guy who got the kill on Patsy, you can see his corpse there by the crane, he played the fade of the one way that baited Patsy. I mean, he got both of them during that one duration of that 15 to 18 second smoke.
It's cheeky, right?
All over the shop. I mean, yeah, they really are exploiting and milking everything they can out of these rounds with their limited utility.
It's not as, like, you know, on Overpass, when you do the ABC, like triple boost or whatever, that tends to get punished if it gets spotted and you have players close short. If you have residual U2 and you're 9, it's harder for them to punish. Like, the corridors for them to push you, they can't pin you in as well.
And you can see that Yukinda's kind of gone back to the drawing board as well. Feels like every call has been landing rather flat. Need the individuals to be healthy by the time they get to the sites. Look at this abuse Rainwaker has taken. Forced to extinguish for survival. 10 HP. Without a bullet fired.
I'm just, like, if I'm 9, I'm feeling very comfortable early over towards A. You're not having too many issues whatsoever, so of course they're going to try something a bit more B-heavy.
But it feels right.
So Rainwaker and Yukinda have lost all of their HP from util.
Yep. Not a single bullet required.
Oh dear.
Practically a 5 versus 3 here.
I just think if well, actually, maybe not. I was going to say if they take the pace out, they won't get bludgeoned by this util, but
Look at this setup. Look at this setup. You were just discussing their capacity for greatness on these fights. Again, takes the fight. Left eye. Patsy there. And oh, Hades. He'll get all three. Okay, no trade. OC misses his chance. Locked in. Got 45 seconds with OC going for some combat AWPing.
I'm just saying, once we make it to the third map, sorry, if we make it to the third map of Overpass here, I'd say 9 are relatively comfortable. That comeback they had against OG, I think when we were tuning in while we were casting our matches, they were like 13-9 down or something, and then they ended up bringing, I didn't think they'd bring it back. And then I looked at the score after, and they brought it back in overtime. So OC looking to just try and retain this AWP, but things are going miserably. Now that he's been spotted, 20 seconds left. If 9 want to be extremely cruel, they can kill him after time.
They wouldn't do him like that.
I would. He smoked himself in. He has to be here.
Hades is giving it a shake of the stick, and actually 5, 4...
No, Hades, no!
Oh, no!
Easy as that, huh?
Okay, die after time or be humiliated by a bunny-hopping knife.
Both suck.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark. OC, a tut of the tongue. You can see frustration's visible, palpable for Team Liquid.
What a round for Hades.
Triple out of Hades. He's had 2 back-to-back lockdowns on a rifle,
no bullets left for Borosi, and even pulls out the AWP straight into the reload. Get the upgrade. Takes his AWP. Not bad, huh?
Keeps a cool head on his shoulders. Smiles, of course.
That's a new meme template right there.
It's a full GIF.
Mighty Max tweeting that one.
10-2. Do you know what you do? I've got a tweet for you. First, social media managers, pay attention. You get that GIF, and you just tweet, they gave us CT to start on Vertigo.
There you go. Look at that.
Don't know why. Don't know why. 10-2 the scoreline. Overpass looms. We're going to have to see a recovery at the end of the tail end of this attacking half if Liquid want to have any voice in the conversation about a 2-0.
Yeah, and this here is where you are going to have to be hoping for something a little bit desperate, something a little bit scrappy, especially when it's 4 Galils, a Tech 9. What's the call? Because right now, this is starting to sting.
I was going to say, how do they lock down mid? It's been very unoccupied throughout, and that is a pot shot from Hades that's gone awry. Doesn't connect, but takes the pot shot nonetheless, and AWP presence noted. K playing around a smoke of his own design. A win rate of 50%. We're far from that here. Prior to this, head-to-head with 9. Masters of their craft on Vertigo. And just as I ask questions of mid, we will get to have a look at how they react to presence and pressure. Oh,
a shot!
That puts his head in the vice. Yakinda watching from the sidelines as Goofy reaggresses, saved by the pipe. Rainwaker lives on. Quickly put to bed as mynio tucks 2 in tight.
Look at the response time.
They're so quick to support each other. Liquid have not once won these trade affairs. There's always more coming out of this 9 defense.
Well, let's call this 11, shall we? Patsy, a 1-on-3.
Yeah, I don't know if Patsy's ready to call it just yet, but he's held. He's perfectly held. Don't forget, Kylo's the B defender.
Can we look at the bomb, please? Oh, never mind. I thought it was on the box. On the radar? I thought it was on the box. Never mind.
That would have
been.
I would have been ready. I would have been ready at that point. Doesn't look like Patsy's made too much of a move just yet, as you can see the passive nature of Kyler's angle. I love that. He's just making it as difficult as possible for Patsy to have a voice. And so 11. I mean, we are speed running map 2 of this series.
Hades, a classic black bars abuser right there. Less to look at. Of course, he's going to hit more shots.
Exactly. You just have to make sure you keep your mouse wiggling a little bit so you don't get 4x3'd.
I hope nobody believes that logic, but he hit it there with a console clear.
Bang.
Yeah, nice shot from Goofy. Looks more impressive with the X-ray off, and
robbed.
Be feeling outdone by that. But Liquid know they need rounds, and this is where desperation stations come into play. Yakinda, I'm going to take a 5 mid, and I'm going to win it.
Sure.
Heard that one. What?
Hades.
What did he see?
In support. Goofy onto Rainwaker. This is already falling apart. It's hard to keep track of. They're constantly poking and probing. A nice adjustment. OC catches the aggressor, knows Hades was sandbags on the AWP, and so will not be caught out upon the fade. And his frag alone has drawn us back into a competitive level pegging 3-on-3.
9 don't know this, but they could essentially play retake on one of these sites, allow to hear the plant queue, because it's likely to be from OC or Yakinda, and they have 2 HEs and a molly.
Ooh.
They could win the round with utility alone.
Which we've already seen them do.
Yeah, they've been on point, as we do have a contact in towards B here.
Here they come. Sound heard. Body spotted. Goofy cleared. Naf down. Brilliant lockdown. Plays his position, delays with the smoke. And such limited options in health for the rest of them. What is Yakinda supposed to do? Tagged up to 2. And they'll be kept to 2 in this half. I mean, 9. Their opponent choosing to start on the attack, and it has left them rather empty-handed. As we saw the stats, 50% win rate on T sides on Vertigo prior to this. And so this is the first true shellacking they've had.
Yeah, it sucks they're getting stumped like this, especially when Yakinda goes out there, gets them almost a free opener, and then 2 kills happen instantly. Right? But at the point of the game like this, in terms of what you've had time to work on and how deep your strat book is, it does get a bit more desperate, and you are relying on your players to have these. Here, okay, there. So he just caught. Wow. And that's actually ridiculous. Wow, that's a really good replay.
And the flash popped as well. Well, there's your answer, because it really felt like Patsy might have that moment of ships in the night behind 2, behind the defense, but yeah, cheeky from Hades. He should be smug about that one.
Very happy with proceedings now, aren't they? Arrow smoke, progression up the ramp
he's
here.
He's feeling himself.
Legged.
Oh, leg shot. OC alive. Might struggle with the kicking though. 11 HP. And that's mynio, who just keeps pulling double kills. Oh, and trouble brewing for Team Liquid now. Goofy wins the duel on the aggress. They are so comfortable right now. Naf and OC. Not going to be easy. Final round of this attacking half.
Nine have a bit of a liquid diet right now.
Yeah.
And again, the nade for the plant. Both of these guys are low. Goofy, get on over here, bud. Line her up.
Bomb will go down. Bomb has been planted. Just looking to sweeten the deal just a little bit. It's been nothing but sour notes.
Oh, didn't clear sandbag.
For Team Liquid. Naf manages to get away. That is a huge achievement, but I think OC's days are numbered. And it's Goofy, all Goofy. And it's Liquid feeling silly. 13 rounds already secure for 9 on our second map of the series.
For the CTs. Blitz may have something to say about that. Techno defending the B bomb site. Blitz has been smoked off in that connector. Hasekas here as well, but again, the mollies are well used by Furia. Blitz through the smoke transfer, drops forward as well. And now comes Techno, comes to life on the B bomb site. Art enters the world of a MAC-10, won't last long. 4 players standing for Mongols at the end of the round. 6-5, big fights every round on Overpass.
The Mongols, again, always have little gimmicks and tricks and different setups they're running. Always have the ability to play forward. That time, again, pretty aggressive on long. It just sets them up with info early. And having blitzing connector absolutely helped them as well. He comes in with 2 kills, helping out towards that B side of the map. It is definitely easier to do this on the CT side of Overpass. That is something to remember. But it's still impressive seeing Mongols play like this. And why does Art have an SG and no Kevlar? Who knows? Maybe we're about to find out.
Furia have strats that do not exist outside of their team.
Oh, there we go. I mean, listen, it's not bad at long range.
How dare you question a strat like this, Hawker?
I should have known.
Krieg, no Kevlar. It's Furia. Anything can work. Furia could eat spaghetti with a spoon if they wanted to, and only a spoon.
Well, what do we do now then, if you're Furia? You've got a couple of flashes. Maybe send in those pistols and look for trades.
9-10 needs help, but those flashes are denying. And look at the position that might be taken now. Enzino cleaning up, really thinning out these numbers, but we're down to a 2 versus 2. Cello's got the rifle, but Enzino's got the taps. That was a scary round, but Enzino's 4K will keep the team alive. That was a terrifying round.
Enzino went for a quick fist bump, instantly saw his teammate wasn't looking, and tried to play it off.
Style it out. I was just stretching.
I saw, yeah.
Giving my elbow some air.
I'm really liking watching Enzino's aiming style, though. I feel like he goes for these like quick bursts.
Liquid took the first map, and now 9 have counter-struck with 13 rounds on their map. Feeling very good, and a round of applause from mynio almost every single round. His palms will start to hurt, I think, as it's been nothing but upward trend for the boys of 9. We've had knife kills, and we've had a happy Hades. Could very well be a short-lived visit to the second half of this map before we find ourselves locked in and locking horns on Overpass. Our third, should it be required to separate these two teams here at the last day of the IEM Cologne 2023 play-in. Odds on your screen, still doubt in 9 and their capacity for greatness. That's a good one from Yakinda, but mynio better. He's having a hell of a game here on Vertigo. 18 frags for their in-game leader.
And there's those nades. That pistol, you could tell from Spawn once that was purchased where they were going to finish their in. The bomb just needs to go down now as Yakinda tries to voice some concerns. It's just Naf and Rainwaker.
Yeah, it would have to be a whole lot more out of these two. Kyler was going to stay on the site, doesn't have any reason to leave. Happy to take these close quarter engagements on that Glock, and that felt set for success. Flash does nothing, but Rainwaker does everything. 2 clicks, 2 frags, similar to our first map. This is a needed pistol. Liquid just to get the engine running. Just to have a hope of still closing in 2. Thinking it might be that 10-second defuse. The fight comes through. Rainwaker does it all.
Okay, well, this could be the start of something here. A fantastic retake on the site with Rainwaker getting those 4 kills. Massive work under pressure without that kit. You see the defuse come through for Naf. But this is still extremely bleak here because guess what? Liquid, they won the pistol in the first half.
That they did, Chad. That they did.
So that's all 4 pistols in the series thus far for the former North American side. And you know with the plant that there is going to be another 9 buyback, so...
You love the way they played that 1v2 as well, because you could see that the fake and the fight took a long time, but because he only saw Naf covering, he had to check that bomb, and it did result in a nice 2v1 as opposed to an isolated.
Yeah, very well played.
There's OC on to K, going for a walkabout, wasn't expecting early friction. It's led to a nice and early frag. And maintaining full ramp control. Patsy with the re-smoke, they might push off of that, get some info, but it's already got very much a bolstered B.
Yeah, Yakinda extremely far forward here, but we have seen him get caught off with some silly peeks before. A well-placed molly will flush him back into the line of sight. And whoa, around the flame, the double kill for Yakinda. Almost the triple, and Rainwaker mops up the mess.
That's a lovely handle.
He was scrambling.
He was screwed. He was supposed to be anyway. Loved the reaction from Yakinda. He solved that instantaneously. Like, he had no time to think. He just had to act. And finds a double kill to secure the round. Love that. I mean, you can see. Do you think he's taking burn damage there? He was. Had to go even wider into the fight. Kyler and Hades fall, and Rainwaker puts the cherry on top and says, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're going to be a bit frustrated about that if you're Hades, thinking we should have had that kill. Probably all get mopped up and traded afterwards anyway, but Yakinda got an awful lot done there as 9. They will not win the force by now. Have to be humble just down to some light pistol upgrades. 3 Deagles, a P250, 1 Tech 9, and no Kevlar. It's like mynio feels like a different in-game leader on this map, doesn't it? It's not that he was. I don't think he was playing badly on Ancient either, to be honest. He was having. He was the top frag. So he's come in today with a bit of a mission. I remember when I spoke to him at the major, and we were talking about things with some of the younger lads, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm an old boy too. Like, he's happy just to put himself down immediately. He gets it."
I've been around the block.
Exactly. Yeah. He made sure to get that sentiment through. Rainwaker with the nades. Not far off the mark. Decent damage to K there.
Kablow.
Very important in the early stage of this half for Liquid to keep these rounds as clean as possible, right? Because the hard rounds will come. And we saw on Ancient there was an awful lot of faking from 9, you know, pressuring one area, hoping for that rotation, some really good ideas, and in certain situations it did work versus Liquid. And there it is, all 5 staying alive. Clean sheet and cash built now. Liquid, most players will be hovering around that 3K plus mark, which will mean they get another bite into the next. Now, Hades going into the first gun round here of the second half. Not enough money for the AWP, but opting to bring out everybody's favorite Craig.
Yeah, I'm particularly interested.
That's the Blitz Craig.
We'll see if they can be lightning fast in closing this game and forcing overpass. Towards B, with pace. To be tested is Rainwaker. Are they really going to try and abuse him? I say that as Yakinda's already gone.
He tried to push middle.
Yeah, and Goofy can't believe his luck. That's an opening kill given to him on a silver platter. Patsy loses health elsewhere towards the A ramp.
Yeah, him and Hades just had a bit of a spam battle.
Mynio's got the nades.
Great one.
With Rainwaker's name on it. Look at his options. Forward is the only option. Oh! Welcome to Mynio's world. This is his map. You're just playing in it. As the nade molly frag combo, he forced that fight.
But remember,
bloody hell,
yeah,
Mynio.
remember the name apparently.
Yeah, old boy, new tricks, 22 and counting. As 9 are given the 14th.
Yeah,
or rather, Mynio takes it.
He's only 27, so that's why I'm curious about him labeling himself that way. But fragging like a 17-year-old here.
Brilliant work.
And there is money for another Liquid buy, sure, but it's almost bye-bye to Vertigo right now.
I mean, this is just such apparent evidence that they are comfortable here. You know, like that is just a flow chart. That is like a sequence that he's gone through so many times. Muscle memory's been rewarded for it, and he finds Rainwaker isolated on B there. Really nice. Hades was tagged up earlier during that spat, and it was Patsy who did the initial damage, so take that Krieg away from him.
Was that another Mongols yell or a...
Good question. It looked like it was actually going very well for the Mongols. I'm intrigued to see that head-to-head. I mean, that is quite the game. One of the...
Look at this. Mynio just kills everybody and then also calling.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll shoot everybody and I'll... Ah, there you go. That's the initial push. Kitty goes down for free. Great shot. Reaction and then bang!
Ridiculous.
Over the top of the default onto OC.
Yeah.
Great round.
Yeah, I mean, I would shake my head too. Yeah, that's not much counterplay to that one. He just handed out haircuts. Involuntary haircuts. Run boosting the AWP. Now we're talking. OC flirting with aggression and misses his shot. Highly aware of the potential. 9. Burning in the molly. OC forced away. Now we do see an equivalent exchange. Naf goes down after taking down Mynio, but is that an equivalent? You've taken down Mynio.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? But now he gets to be the puppet master from the Grey, so a better view of the macro. We still get that B stream update. The Mongols might get this one done in 2.
That would be exciting.
Yeah, and considering the hype around this Furia lineup, or what could be, that would be very disappointing. We've already had Complexity fall. I'd say that was the tippy top of my list of teams who, not that I thought would get through, but to be eliminated in last place as Rainwaker delivers 1.
Yeah, he's going to need a whole lot more of that. They are coming for him. He's actually opted to play the double stack. There's a universe here where he gets overlooked. Not by K. Yakinda, only 1. And they should be able to get that bomb down now. Rotations through. Patsy quite quick on the flank. Flash in. Good flash. K, attention drawn. Bomb planted by
Safe
Goofy.
plant. That means they're
Reaction
aware.
From Patsy. He kind of, like, OC doesn't want to move until Patsy finds the frag. Now he's got Goofy on 5 HP. K still looking for the AWPer. Patsy should have this eventually. Goofy, do you go wide? You walk into OC. And now K in a 1 versus 2. OC seems aware of the close fight and he deals with it nicely. Dap's happy, but Liquid still a long way, an arduous task to try and keep this keep a hold of Vertigo.
Yeah, another nice shot there from OC, right? 2 good kills with the AWP right there. He's had some moments on the AK that we thought were quite sharp throughout this series so far. So continuing to keep his name in the conversation here. We'll get up to 13 kills. It is Naf leading the charge so far for Team Liquid. But really not... Ah, okay, so OC just with the backpack spotted there. And also, if Goofy's in that position and you don't see where K is, you have a pretty good idea that he's going to be close. So his option is swing OC with the premonition. And back into another buy for 9. They get 1 more of these, and then they will have to take a bit of a save here. Lost bonus starting to build 2,900 into the next. Actually, a plant might change that as Goofy exchanges nades in middle with Naf.
Yeah, lots of action on Ram. Patsy, forward position on the girder. Oops.
Having a rough game here, Patsy. And under a lot of pressure here.
Thinks better of it after the sound cue.
Missed his nade as well there.
Yeah, he's definitely a little discombobulated in this territory.
Yeah, it doesn't look as well organized, does it, as Nines.
Oh, that's great from the Liquid defense. Yukinda chipping away. Didn't find the lethality he so hoped for, but find ourselves at a 5-on-5 still. That will not be the case for long. Patsy pre-aim and deletes Hades. Get away, get out of dodge. His 5th frag, but it could be a contributing factor into their 7th.
They're going to contact this.
They are just walking up, walking in. Patsy, problems. Yukinda going to be cleared out, needed some help. Patsy does contribute for the trade, but just like that, the bomb site is there. I say that, an arduous one.
A molly here, it might be too late.
Yeah, he's going to get the bomb down. Covered by Kyler beautifully. The nade's not going to do anything either. They get away. Look at this health. 24 points of health in a 2-on-2.
2 smokes.
Okay. Dead. Alive. And now, grounds for them to close this. A 15th. They have no right to win with this HP. And OC, the AWP, not the weapon for the job, is misinformed. Back his turn to 1v2, now 1-on-1. He's got the kit, he's got the smoke. Can he find the round? Wait for the sound cue, Kyler. Balls the bluff, spam the smoke. Oh, no! It was on him! It was on him, but he's been robbed! He has to hold it, should be Kyler's. 12 HP, no problem! As 15 comes home. And it's a beautiful 3K out of Kyler.
It felt like Rainwaker should have won that one, didn't it? Just missed that shot. Also, missing this player jumping towards short on low HP as well. So, Sumer's there on low HP. And that one is going to sting like for stolen. Liquid. Yeah, it felt like they could have converted this one, didn't it? But great job from Kyler. Well, actually everybody having a very good map here for 9 in a scoreline that's currently 15. Yeah, exactly. Because OC was covering the... Yeah, so many blunders there for poor Rainwaker. And this might be the game here. It's Polish Airlines taking off.
That is a lot.
Yeah. All right. I see ya. This one's done. This one is Vertigo gone. Just Patsy to find now a 1-on-5.
Overpass, our 3rd map. Oh, Yukinda. Trying to delay our visit there. Goofy secures it loud here in the studio. And 9, still up for debate. The group stage not out of reach yet. A single map to separate them. 2 teams, 9 clashing here with Liquid on Overpass when we return.